Podcast, WATP.
You guys ever hear of Tom Myers? Familiar with this guy? Familiar with this guy, Andy? You ever hear of him? Andy likes two things. He likes politics and political humor. Those are the two things he's into. He's just like, all right, I'm always up for a nice Lindsey Graham joke. Let's go. What do you got for us? So
don't forget piss.
Let's see what Tom Myers is up to on the most recent episode of Tom Myers versus the rest of the world.
Hello, and welcome to Tom Myers versus the rest of the world. As we're recording this, voting is taking place in New Hampshire for their primaries. We're going to cover that in a future episode, provided we survive the rural rioting that will take place no matter the result.
Good one. Can't wait.
Donald Trump was in court this past week at his civil trial for defamatory remarks he made against his sexual assault victim, the writer E. Jean Carroll. He released a courtroom sketch someone made where he was seated next to Jesus. Now, Jesus did used to hang with derelicts and thieves, so that image tracks.
All right, so I want to point out Jeff Heisen does his normal thing. Oh, okay, and then they have this like weirdo on there who I'm just picturing as fat. I could be wrong, but there's like this weirdo just like he doesn't know what's funny. He doesn't even know what Tom's saying. He just knows he's like.
I thought it was like Phyllis Dillers.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's see. Let's see what the next one is.
Oh, of all the times not to portray a crucifixion scene.
Oh, gosh.
What is that game?
He saw a ghost.
Producer Chris, I mean, I could raise your pay if we could start getting reactions like that to the things I said.
I had a stroke.
What the fuck is that?
When leaving his court appearance in New York City, Trump was spotted with red spots on his hands. There was some speculation that it was syphilis, but I think it's something far more simple. Satan trying to escape.
I will say, as far as Tom Myers jokes go, that was one of the better ones.
It was shorter.
You're right. It got right to the point. The punchline was in the right spot. It wasn't terrible.
I mean, it's offensive to Satan, but...
Satan's a little bit pissed off by that. He's like, I can do better than Donald Trump, but okay, if you say so, sir. Satan's just like, listen, I had Stalin, I had Hitler, I mean, Trump? Really? Do you think that's... But not a bad joke. Okay. I'm giving that one to him. Tom, I'm giving that one to you.
Stop laughing. It's not funny.
All right.
In an interview, Ben Carson defended Trump, saying, quote, he's not a highly vindictive individual, which is easy to say if, like Carson, you've just woken up from a nap that started in 2010.
Did you hear Heisen's reaction to that? Ugh.
Yeah.
And I love it because Jeff Heisen's completely on board with hating Trump and thinking that Trump is the Antichrist and the next Hitler and all these things. He's just like, Ben Carson obviously has been out of it since 2010. Heisen's like, I mean, you could do better than that, really? That's the joke? Tommy, come on. Try harder.
I feel like the next time we do a Tom Myers segment, you got to give me the numbing cream because I feel like I'm getting punched in the asshole right now.
All right, everybody, let's help numb Lucy Tightbox's asshole for this one. It actually reminds me of, we were listening to The Dead last night. We were jamming out to some Dead. I know Andy's a big fan, big Deadhead. And the Grateful Dead became very popular in the 60s before LSD was illegal because they would hand out LSD to the people who came out to see them. And everyone's tripping balls and having a blast. And I forgot where I was going with that. But I feel like Tom needs to do something with numbing assholes or something.
You need to be on drugs to enjoy this, is what you're saying? Yes, okay.
Someone needs to be fucking you in the asshole in order for you to be like, well, at least that's not as bad.
The political party No Labels achieved ballot access here in my home state of Maryland. Given that the state's leader of the movement is Larry Hogan, the party should be called No Personalities. People like...
What the fuck? That reaction. No Personalities is not a good punchline.
People like Larry Hogan and Joe Manchin are basically fence sitters. They won't take a stand on something one way or the other.
They won't take a stand on something one way or the other. They're basically fence sitters. You're sitting on those fences over there. I'm sorry, I gotta listen.
Getting to see him do it on video live in that bombing show. That was
fucking
I
great.
did enjoy
Yeah,
that.
that was a treat.
It's like, oh, he actually does that.
It is fantastic. And Christine Knowlton's chicken joke, I still...
Oh, dude, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like skip ahead a lot of this show. I had to skip ahead of that. It's like,
Andy, I can teach a
sir.
college course on that fucking joke. Are you kidding me?
yeah, I heard it before though. I heard it the
Stand on
first
something
time.
Shame.
one way or the other. They have the personality of bloody diarrhea.
Oh, well, let me back that up. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He goes nowhere with this.
The other, they have the personality of bloody diarrhea.
Oh,
Admittedly, that's not a fair comparison, as fecal matter can be used to make fertilizer.
They have the personality of bloody diarrhea. What is that personality? I'm not sure. But that's not fair because fecal matter can be used as fertilizer. Well, not bloody diarrhea. I mean, no, does that cost extra? No farmer is looking for bloody diarrhea for their
Extra
crops.
extra iron in your crops.
Could you imagine if you're buying corn from the store? They're like, well, this one is organic and bloody diarrhea was used as the fertilizer. Like, all right, well, I understand why it's more expensive then. That's fine. The fuck's he talking about? None of that. He's just saying words that he thinks are silly. Let me do that one again, and then we'll move on.
oh,
Admittedly, that's not a fair comparison, as fecal matter can be used to make fertilizer. House Democrats brought up a resolution to censure Congresswoman Elise Stefanik for referring to the January 6 defendants as hostages. Her ilk is so into defending them and calling them hostages that I'm watching for their blinking patterns to see if they're in fact the hostages here and if they need help.
See, Tom does that thing where he has no confidence in his joke, so he says something after the punchline. I'm watching their blinking patterns to see if they're actually the hostages. And they need help? No, we get it. We get blinking patterns and hostages. We get it. It's not good. It's not a good joke, but...
A winter storm hit the East Coast this week.
Is any hostage ever blinking that I'm okay? Are they doing the Morse code for everything's fine here?
Yeah,
Fucking
blink
idiots.
twice for it's okay.
Fucking moron.
Is here, and if they need help. A winter storm hit the East Coast this week. The Washington, D.C. area hasn't been hit with this much white stuff that stopped traffic since January 6th.
Got it, guys? White people, am I right?
Total miss.
Oh, well, hold on a second, Andy. I disagree. Listen to that reaction he got. Tommy's put a star next to that joke. He's like, yep, did it, nailed it.
January 6th. Aaron
new guy
Rodgers was let
raise.
go by ESPN.
Yeah, do you think he gave notes to Heisen after this one? Just like, Heisen, you need to step up your game.
Yeah.
Do you hear
Can
these
you
reactions?
Yeah, monster laugh.
Was let go by
I'm
ESPN.
listening to this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
Oh,
You're on the show, buddy.
I'm appreciating producer Chris's background of the cockroach costume with Stuttering John's face on it.
Yeah.
is killing compared to Tom Myers.
Right, just a
material.
still image of this for 20 minutes would be better than Tom Myers
Yeah.
versus the rest of
Oh,
the
I got
world.
some stick figures you got to check out, man.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was let go by ESPN before show host Pat McAfee had him back on. It seems ironic that Pat McAfee gave Aaron Rodgers another shot when Aaron Rodgers himself wouldn't get a shot of his own.
Get it?
Yep.
Moving on.
David Smith, the right-wing zealot, has bought the Baltimore Sun, my hometown newspaper. I look forward to the city's residents putting the paper to good use by lighting it on fire and using them as torches to chase Smith out of town.
Hold on a second. Now, Lucy, I think you're going to know this better than anyone. So he's saying that a right-winger has purchased the local newspaper. So they're going to use this to light torches and chase him out of town. Isn't that what they usually accuse right-wingers of doing, of the tiki torches and the lighting the torches and chasing people out of town? That's not what left-wingers do, right?
Some mild hypocrisy here, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I feel like he's confusing political parties, but all right, moving on.
The Sun reported that Smith was caught performing a sex act on a street corner in Baltimore City known to be frequented by prostitutes. That's not right. I could have suggested several places for that activity that would not have been filled with police roadblocks. If he was really a man of the people, he would have just used a park and ride or the shoulder of the Jones Falls Expressway like the rest of us.
All right, I think you got to be from Baltimore to get that one.
Yeah, I was thinking the
But
same.
if we were in Baltimore right now, we'd be losing our minds over that joke.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Hey, I wrote a joke today. Chris, I picked up this prostitute and I was giving it to her doggy style on $4.90.
Oh, yeah. Like Winton and 490.
Yeah, man, you know. See, this guy gets it. Winton and $4.90. Whoa.
Oh, so you've had sex before?
No, I don't know what that is. It seems weird.
Neither does Tom.
Seems gross.
An 84-year-old McDonald's worker in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, retired after 45 years of working at the Golden Arches location there. She started working there before the invention of the McNuggets, and I'm convinced that the last McNuggets I ate were the prototype that she initially oversaw before the product's rollout.
What?
Upon her retirement, the marquee...
What was that response? What the fuck
What was that joke?
What was any of that? What the fuck is he talking about?
Wow.
That sounded like AI created that joke.
Still,
Fuck.
classic Tom.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Myers.
Upon her
was-
retirement...
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, AI, ChatGPT famously can't tell jokes, and it seems like Tom Myers would be the first person to try and utilize that as a tool for.
He might
punchline.
be, yeah. You heard that George Carlin special that came out? It's supposed to be the new George Carlin special. Have you guys heard that yet?
No.
So
It's AI?
yes, it's all AI generated. Apparently, the voice and the material is all AI generated. And George Carlin's daughter is not happy about it. I think they're suing or something.
So I'm upset too.
You're upset now. Wait till you listen to it.
Is it funny?
It's the worst. It's so
is it like
bad.
funny bot?
It's so It's so
The very
bad.
idea is just blasphemy. That's
Yes.
so blasphemous.
It's even worse when you hear it. But honestly, now that you've said that, I think that maybe Tom might be AI, because listen to this again.
And I'm convinced that the last McNuggets I ate were the prototype that she initially oversaw before the product's rollout. Upon her retirement, the marquee outside the restaurant where she worked read, "Time for fun." So now she will go out and cram as much of that into her remaining 6 months.
Oh, shit.
Get it? Because she's 84.
I give that punchline a Control-Alt-Delete.
And now on with the show. Joining me tonight are Jeff Heisen, Gina Brown, Polite Kitty, and Joshua Postel.
Hey, Tom.
What's up? What's up, Tom?
What I love about this part is, so Tom always asks this stupid open-ended question, like, how's everything going? And then Jeff Heisen's always got a joke ready to go. So Jeff Heisen always jumps in and he's just like, all right, now it's my turn to take over. Kind of like Andy's Let's Talk Shit. This is like what Jeff Heisen does. He's ready to go with this.
Not too much. What's everyone else been up to this week?
I'm trying to figure out where Taylor Swift's going to stay in Baltimore if she comes to the Chiefs Ravens game on Sunday. I'm picking the Pooks Hill Marriott. What do you think?
I think a lot of Swift.
Hold on, guys. I didn't see you all laughing about that Marriott joke. You guys didn't think
Well,
that
that was the obvious go-to right there.
the Pooks Hill Marriott? Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm not from Baltimore, so maybe it's a really nice place. I don't know.
It's a Marriott.
Maybe it's a dump. Maybe it's the best. Who knows?
He wrote that down. He was ready to go with that. Now, what my favorite part is not Jeff Heisen trying to come up with a joke to start the show. It's Tom off the cuff Tom. We've heard his monologue. He wrote all this down. He thought about it. He thought these were funny jokes. Now let's see what Tom does when he's scrambling to riff.
Picking the Pooks Hill Marriott. What do you think?
I think I think a lot of Swifties are going to be disappointed because they'll want to get into the stadium to see her, and then that's going to be the biggest disappointment since Ticketmaster, which is getting cussed out in a Baltimore accent by season ticket holders.
What?
Scrambling was the operative word there, Carl.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Scrambling.
What was he talking about there? He had no idea. He's like Ticketmaster, season ticket holders, Taylor, right? Am I right, people? What?